Hey guys, it's Mershdd. Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be another free-to-play update. I know I've been doing them a lot lately, but to be honest, that's what's been taking up most of my time. But I do have an update for the main account as well, which I'll probably say at the end of the video. In terms of what has happened on the account in the last few days, then obviously we were previously at the Relic Keeper mission, and I can confirm that we have now fused him. No problems at all. Once we fused him, it was like happy days, very exciting times. We put the two legendary books that we did get into Ignatius, and annoyingly, they just aren't going where we want them to go. So we fully booked out the A1. We are one book away from the cooldown on his A2, and 2 books away from the cooldown on his A3. Once we've got them, Ignatius is just going to have a massive power spike. It's going to be nice though. We have taken Cold Heart all the way to 6-star. And the books did land quite kindly for Cold Heart. They have primarily gone into Heartseeker, which is fantastic, with only 2 books going into the A2 and 2 books going into the A1. I'm going to keep the rare books for now because I've only got 2, so I'm just going to wait and see if we pull another like good tier rare champion. Who I am starting to stockpile my rares now, and one person who I'm very tempted. Well, there's actually two in contention at the moment to eat up all of the books that come onto the account. It's either going to be Salbound Boya, I think is her name. I don't actually know. Let me have a look. But it's either going to be the Golden Girl in the Barbarian factions. Yeah, Soulborn Boya, however you say it. It's either going to be her because I know she's going to get some use out of the books and building her an endgame, and she is also a rare champion who has a good ability to smack, right? I'm thinking potentially she could come in to do some extra damage somewhere. The A1 is obviously an AoE, so she'd be a good contender for a stun set anyway, especially for the Barbarian faction. She's going to be easy to book and like gear up and ascend, obviously. The A2 has an additional 25% chance of inflicting a crit and will ignore 75% of a target's defense. Could be very like interesting to play around with. And then the A3, when it's ascended, will attack one enemy and has the 25% chance of inflicting a crit. So you only need to build her with 75% crit rate. And then it also has a 75% chance of fully depleting a target's turn meter. She could be really good for things like Spider, potentially, just to try and help me push to get to Spider 20 so I can get more value out of Ignatius. She is a like contender, and also by the way, she has a crit rate aura, which synergizes so well with her kit. She's a really, really good rare. We did go for a YOLO Void Shard to try and get Sify, and we got Retainer. His kit doesn't look too interesting to me. Small version of decreased defense on the A1 with a heal and a counter attack only on himself on the A2, and then an A3 which will decrease turn meter and places asleep if the turn meter gets fully depleted. He's probably going to be food, being honest. But the other option is Paragon. Now, Paragon could be a useful champion to build out, even if it's only to 5-star, just because you can use him to cheese a whole bunch of content, right? And yes, it might take forever, but he's a champion you can bring in to try and clear a stage of a dungeon that you just can't, and he'll be able to sort of cheese his way through it in about 20 minutes. But I think he would need to be 6-star to get value from him. He's definitely going to be built out, I think, unless we put anything better. But in the short term, I just really want to focus on getting Reliquary Tender up to 6-star as soon as possible. Because with her and Richter Drath, I just don't see how the whole team is ever going to die if these two can become tanky enough with regen gear, especially. Or even Immortal gear would do. I don't know how my Immortal gear is looking. We have a few pieces. We've got speed boots, a defense percent chest plate, a shield that's double rolled speed with resistance. That could be good. Another nice shield piece, and a damage piece, I guess. But looking at this, we could get the bonus if we need it. Like 2 immortal set bonuses. If not, we can make do with just 1, I guess, on Reliquary Tender and just try and make her as tanky as possible. Because right now she is just, I think it's mainly her defense is just too low and she's too squishy. But the HP pool is okay, but I'm trying to push up to Dragon 20, and we are currently at Dragon 18. And it was, yeah, it wasn't too convincing. We managed to get through it just about, and then I tried stage 19 and we struggled even getting through the waves. So I will need to sort of play around, maybe try manual stage 19, just so we can actually get on to stage 20, and then I can start looking at what actually needs to be done to the team to be able to clear it. So the short-term focus is going to be obviously Reliquary Tender up to 6 star. Um, then after that, it will be getting masteries on Reliquary Tender, Cold Heart, and Rhonda. Once I've got them, I'll have 6 champions with like pretty like solid options. Like I can rotate one person out, one person in, depending what I am actually doing. The other thing that I have been doing over the last few days is trying to make use of the like various different events that have been going on at the moment. So as you can see here, we got sniped in the spider tournament and we just didn't have enough energy to be able to keep going. So we did lose out on the actual rewards, but the main reason that we were doing it is also the main reason, by the way, that I 6-starred Cold Heart over Reliquary Tender is purely because of this spider tournament. Cold Heart is obviously a spider queen. She is so good for spider. So my thinking was there's also a champ training event going on as well. So I was going to get a 6-star regardless during that. My thinking was I can level up Cold Heart whilst I'm doing the Spider tournament. The Spider tournament is going to give me a 5-star chicken to go towards Reliquary Tender. The other side of that is that obviously I'm leveling Cold Heart to get champ training points. And to be honest, it has actually worked quite well. So during this champ training event, we have 6-starred Cold Heart, worked on a bunch of food, and booked a few champions as well. Although, to be honest, yeah, books don't count towards the event, which is a bit sad, but I don't really want to wait around with my legendary books in case it could have got the cooldowns done for Ignatius. But alas, we have done well with the champ training event. The aim for the rest of today is to just keep grinding up food and try and get this epic book. And to be honest, I'll probably ignore the Chaos Ore just because it's not consistent to go for anyway. Um, and then as soon as I've got that epic book from Champ Training, I'm going to be going straight into the Minotaur's Labyrinth and just grinding up the sets of masteries that I actually need. And I might do a little regear as well. So I think at the start of the next video, I might just show you guys a regear. But the other reason that I was double dipping in Spider is because we had this Aethel's Path event with a legendary book down at the bottom. And the idea was hopefully with Spider, obviously it's the best way to farm silver. And I was hoping that I could farm enough silver to be able to push to this legendary book. But honestly, man, I've been so unlucky with rolling pieces up and it has just been painful. It's been painful. It's like every time I take something to 12 and then to 16, it eats up way over 1 million silver. And I've already like gone through a bunch of gear. I've got rid of all the things I definitely want to get rid of, just because I don't have much gear on the account as it is anyway. And I don't want to get rid of the mediocre pieces I have because even though they're mediocre pieces, they're still the best that I've got right now. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do instead is bail out of the legendary book. We did try to grab it, but what instead I might do is I'll grab this just because I can. And to be honest, you can never have too many arcane potions at the start of the game. And then I might just diverge and try and grab these chickens instead. Just because it's gonna like for me to be able to get this legendary book, I need to make another 1,000 points here. Grab the Aethel soul, which I've already got rid of my Aethel, so there's no point in going for that anymore. We would get these anniversary points, and then we're gambling whether or not we can get enough points for the legendary book, right? Whereas with this, it would be 1,000 points, which I have got at the moment. On that, we can get some brews, we can get some silver, and then all the silver that I burn will be guaranteeing me at least 3 chickens. And then if for some miracle I manage to get another 3,000 points, I can actually grab Aethel back. And to be honest, I would consider leveling her out, even if it's for nothing else other than faction wars and to have just another like damage option for the account, especially for stuff like Fire Knight, right? So I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Um, I I mean, I'm going to leave it down to the wire anyway before I do this. We have 12 hours before the event. I can see like how much silver I can actually make, but I just don't think it's going to be possible. But obviously, I'm going to hold my silver till the last moment, and then once I can see how much I've actually managed to get, that's where we will make the decision. Um, but yeah, hopefully just with champ training and Minotaur we can earn a good amount of silver, but I'm kind of done with Spider for now. We did get a lot of good artifacts though. I've leveled all the ones that like all the amulets which have accuracy, I have leveled. All the banners that have rolled speed or are accuracy banners, I have leveled as well. Uh, yeah, pretty much all of them. But we have good options. We've managed to grab a full set of accessories finally for Ignatius, full set for Deacon, a full set for Rector Giraffe, full set for Coldheart, full set for Rhonda, and I believe we have a banner for High Elves waiting to go as well. Obviously, it's not a great one for Reliquary Tender, but it's the only one I've dropped, and 11% defense up and 4% HP percent up. That's gonna be better than nothing, right? The only thing that I have been a bit unlucky on. Oh, actually, no. We must have got some on the final like sort of spider push. Okay, cool. No, we actually have some decent pieces for Nari now. Actually, well, I say decent pieces. HP will keep him alive. HP amulet is better than nothing, and then obviously a defense main stat banner with speed as a substat and HP percent. I mean, I'll take it, man. I will take it. And then we also have a few pieces that we can work on Armiger at some point. So yeah, the plan in terms of 6 stars at the moment then is going to be Reliquary Tender for sure, and then it's probably going to be Ruella, just because Ruella's going to give me a lot of value for Fire Knight, and I feel like she could also come in and do a job over Fenchy potentially in the long run for Clan Boss, just because she has a turn meter fill for everybody, which means that she can help us like reach better speeds with whatever speed tune we end up going for. And then this ability here with the decreased defense and weaken, it's a nice ability to bring into a clan boss team. She brings in those two jobs. It's a shame that this didn't also have decreased attack. That would make Ruella like really like just insane for clan boss, to be honest. Um, but yeah, I'm not focusing too much on clan boss right now. The clan I'm in is not very good. I'm the only person hitting brutal clan boss at least on a regular basis. Nobody else is really hitting anything. So what I think I'm going to do is keep hitting brutal until I am ready to move on to nightmare. And in the meantime, I'm just going to farm up some like clan gold from clan quests, whilst nobody else is even really touching clan quests. And obviously with that, I can get some energy or potentially some silver. And just maybe stockpile it or just build up enough clan gold to be able to spend it whilst I can, and then I'll move to a different clan where Nightmare is a possibility. Um, I'm having a look. So we've got a Summon Rush event, which we could go ahead and try and push maybe. 120 points will bring us to what? That's what? 320? So we could maybe grab this energy, but yeah, we don't really have the shards to push much further. I don't know. Should I do a yellow void shard? Should I do it? Should I do it? Oh, imagine I get a Yumika or a Cardio, man. They would be the 6 star after Reliquary Tender, because if I don't 6 star Reliquary Tender now, I know I never will. And I just need to force myself to do it because I know she's going to be beneficial. But we're going to pull it. Come on. Anything? Okay, a Doom Screech. As I was talking about Ruella, Doom Screech is used actually in some Meta Clan boss teams because of this 30% turn meter fill and an increased defense for everybody. That's honestly not too bad. It's not too bad, but I do think I've already pulled a Doom Screech like way early on into this account. Decreased accuracy could be interesting. Attacks with enemies, shield buff equal to 30% of his HP. Damage increases according to his HP. Okay. Maybe with Doom Screech and Ruella, we could look to actually try and build maybe a 2-for-1 clan boss team and just use these like double turn meter boosts to like cycle through it, right? All that I'd be missing is like an occult brawler, somebody that has a lot of poisons that they can just chuck out. That would be like my ideal way to go. If I could get a cult brawler and somebody with ally protection, then maybe we do that. Let me have a quick look as well, because we did pull Cagebound earlier on as well. I know he has an ally protection, and he has a decreased attack. We could look to maybe build a 2-for-1 team. The only issue is books, so maybe it's something to consider in the long run. But it's nice to know that it could be possible. It's just, yeah, it probably won't be for a while, and hopefully by then we've pulled better options anyway. Who else could we get? Sisia, another HP burner, or Karato? Hmm. Again, I would love Karato on the account. However, he's book intensive, and I don't know, we're not a library at the moment. We are like a mate who is renting books. We do not have the books in stock. Um, but yeah, in terms of arena as well, we are slowly grinding up, trying to get the Great Hall stuff done. It's just going to be a bit tedious for the time being because we have managed to push up quite far into Gold Arena. We're in Gold 2, a little bit shy of Gold 3, but we are constantly refreshing. Oh, look at that. A triple one-man defense. That's what you love to see on a free-to-play. I'm going to go ahead and smack those down. But yeah, in the meantime, I just wanted to update you guys on sort of what the account's done, what I've been up to over the last few days. The other reason that I chose Cold Heart as well, and I could level her in Spider, is because I want to get this champion mission done. So whilst I'm champ training, I am making sure that I also level Cold Heart, try and get her to 60. I know it'll be a bit of a waste because I will be doing that in Minotaur anyway, but it's mainly so I can progress on this and then start pushing these missions just so I can get these rewards, get the energy just to help us out, and just keep trying to push because I can do all of this stuff. And also, look how many gems that you're gonna get here. It's insane, and I can use all these gems to like as a return for energy, I guess, just to be able to keep pushing, keep grinding. Um, but yeah, upgrade a Great Hall bonus to level 7. That is going to be insane, and I'm going to be very disciplined now with my Great Hall bonuses for sure, and how I spend my medals. But to be honest, other than that one, everything else looks very possible for us right now. Stage 14 dungeons we are doing no problem now. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Gold 1 Classic Arena, we're well on the way to do it. Oh no, it's saying we've already done it. Okay. Great Hall bonus to level 8. See, that is going to be like the hardest thing about progressing. We're already past like stage 15 on most of these dungeons. It's just finite. Yeah, Great Hall bonus to 9. That is honestly going to be the biggest time barrier between us and Arbiter right now. A Great Hall bonus to 10, and then eventually Clan Boss. Okay, okay. So it's really going to try and push the account towards the right direction, and to be honest, it's no different to where we want to be going anyway. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like and the subscribe, and please do join the Discord as well in the description. That's where I'm trying to get people to hang out, share stuff. You know, just you can ask me questions or just have a chat with me, man. Go ahead. Oh, and also the update that I was going to say for my main account is I have left the clan that I was previously in on my main, and I have joined a new clan. And this clan is so much more organized, and to be honest, it's actually sparked a bit of fire back in my heart for my main account again. So I'm going to be playing my main account more often, and I will be getting more content out based on sort of the stuff that I've got on my main account. I'm currently stockpiling voids, so I'm planning to do a void pool when there's a nice tempting like times 2 voids or something that's going on, or a Siffy times 10. I know I've just missed one, but I don't quite have enough voids for me to feel comfortable pulling them yet. So yeah, without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your patience if you made it this far. Take care and peace.